Well, good evening, everybody. Sorry for the slight delay. We had a couple of little technical issues, but we're getting better at dealing with them. So welcome to our attendees who are coming in virtually, and welcome to our member in the gallery. And welcome to everyone else. And good evening. It's a beautiful evening here in Stephenville. Not wanting to brag, but it's extremely hot and sunny here. So I would like to, at this time, call the meeting to order and ask that someone move for the adoption of the agenda as presented. Moved by Councillor Boland. Seconder?
Second.
Second by Councillor White. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, I should also mention that Councillor Yulin is joining us via internet, as is the mayor, who's joining us from Barcelona. But we've asked him to speak in his native tongue so that you understand what he's saying. Okay, so everyone has had a copy of the minutes as that circulated, so I'll ask for a motion to approve the minutes. Moved by Councillor Tiller, seconder.
Second.
Second by Councillor Aylward. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Motion carried. Matters arising from the minutes. Are there any matters arising from the minutes?
Savannah.
Okay, there being none. Proclamations and delegations. There aren't any yet, although I'm sure there will be, as today marks the beginning of Pride Month, and so I guess in that vein, I just want to mention that today marks the beginning of a month that recognizes our LGBTQIA2S. A lot of letters, but I think I got them all. Community, and I just want to, I guess, remind our community that we pride ourselves on being very diverse and very welcoming and open, and this particular community of people are going through an awful lot in parts of the world where a lot of their rights are being repealed, and so I hope that we never have to be a community where anyone feels unsafe or that we're moving in the wrong direction. So best of luck on any activities that are happening, and encourage people to get involved in those as they unfold. We'll move now to committee reports, and I'll ask the Chair of Finance, Councillor White, to take that.
Thank you, Susan. Oh, Councillor. The Finance Committee met on May 29th, 2023, and the following items were recommended for council approval. Expense check listing, May 2023. Requesting approval to pay expense check listing for May 2023 totaling $295,168.34. I so move.
Moved by Councillor White, seconder.
Second.
Second by Councillor Tiller. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Approval to submit application for Canada Community Building Fund. Requesting approval to submit a capital investment and application to the Canada Community Building Fund Secretariat, Department of Municipal and Provincial Affairs, in the amount of $270,355.34 to install and commission a new chain and flight systems in 2 clarifiers for the town's waste treatment.
Moved by Councillor White, seconder.
Second.
Second by Councillor Aylward. Just want to
talk about,
I just want to comment on that for a minute. As most of you are aware, we were lucky enough, probably 20 8 or 9 years ago now or more. I'm not sure, the mayor will probably remember, to have a council that was, I think, forward thinking enough to look at waste treatment as a critical issue. And so we were certainly ahead of the game in this province in terms of wastewater treatment facility that was second to none. As with anything, as it ages, or at least that's what I'm finding about myself, a lot of things start to break down and need to be replaced. And so we're at a point where there are a number of repairs that need to be done to our wastewater treatment plant. And so while this seems like a fairly significant amount, if you look at this bringing us another 25 years, I think it's money well spent and responsibly spent. So we're going to look to our community building fund to do that work, so that shouldn't be an issue. That money is available to us. So look forward actually to seeing that stuff happen. Any other comments? Okay, I'll call for the vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
That's all that's on my agenda today.
Short.
Okay, we have a short agenda. That was, this is what starts to happen as we move into summer, I guess.
Yeah.
And things start to happen. There's nothing else for finance, okay? Then I will pass it over to the Chair of Planning and Traffic, Councillor Aylward, for the next items on the agenda.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor Susan. The Planning and Traffic Committee met on May 29th, 2023, and the following items are recommended for council approval. First item is 1 Pairway Drive, BNS Auto Sales. Requesting approval to issue permit to relocate existing home-based business, Internet Auto Sales from 80 Glen Street to 1 Pairway Drive. I so move.
Moved by Councillor Aylward, second. Second by Councillor Boland. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion.
153 New Mexico Drive, Benoit Holdings Incorporated, requesting approval to issue permit to operate a mobile auto detailing business and home-based office space from the property located at 153 New Mexico Drive. Parking must be in compliance with all town regulations. I so move.
Moved by Councillor Aylward, seconder.
Second.
Second by Councillor Tiller. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
1 Washington Drive, St. Luke's Medical Clinic Incorporated, requesting approval to issue permit to change ownership from Almark Enterprises Limited to St. Luke's Medical Clinic Incorporated and continue operation of an existing medical clinic and pave new parking area, 29 by 66 feet. That's feet, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
I'm questioning myself here. On the side of the building located at 1 Washington Drive, subject to Service NL approval. For the information of
Well,
the
let's,
people.
we need for a second person then.
Yeah, I so move. Yeah.
Moved by Councillor Aylward, second.
Second.
Second by Councillor White. Question.
Yeah, for the information for the general public, that is the clinic that was owned by Dr. McCumsky.
All right.
It's been taken over by Dr. Maxwell, and he's got a sign in the waiting area saying St. Luke's Pharmacy, because he's going to have a pharmacy there.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay. Number D, 367 Connecticut Drive.
We did take a vote first.
All in
Oh, we
favor?
didn't vote, sorry. Oh, aye.
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 Motion carried.
Aye.
I was here, my daughter just landed from St. John's. Sorry for that, guys. 367 Connecticut Drive, Coleman's Management Services Limited, requesting approval to issue permit to add new roof covering to existing warehouse on the property located at 367 Connecticut Drive, subject to Service NL. I so move.
Moved by Councillor Aylward, seconder.
Second.
Second by Councillor Tiller. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Carried.
2 4 Crown Avenue. Requesting approval to issue permit to subdivide 2 and 4 Crown Avenue into 2 parcels, 2 and 4 Crown Avenue as per surveys submitted. I so move.
Oh,
What?
Not there. You're not there.
yeah, okay, sorry about that.
Oh, we're not at that one yet, but
Yeah.
okay, I got it.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, Councillor Elwood, didn't mean to interrupt you. Could you,
Sorry.
just read that again? I'm sorry.
Oh. It's 2-4 Crown Avenue, requesting approval to issue permit to subdivide 2-4 Crown Avenue into 2 parcels, 2 and 4 Crown Avenue, as per surveys submitted. I so move.
Okay, moved by Councillor Elwood, seconder,
Second.
second by Councillor White, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carried. Before we get into F, there,
Do I leave the room for this?
no, you just need to
Back
back
up.
up from the table, that's all. Yep. Okay,
Okay. 107 Main Street, Arlem's Limited. Requesting approval to issue a permit to erect scaffolding and paint the existing sign on the front of the building located at 107 Main Street. I so move.
moved by Councillor Elwood, seconded,
Second.
second by Councillor Tiller, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried.
And unless there's any late items, that's all there is for planning.
Okay. Again, a very short meeting, but important nonetheless. Next, we have bylaws and regulations. I don't think we have any longer bylaws and regulations at this point. Stay tuned. Once the summer is through, we'll get it in. Unfinished business. Do we have any unfinished business? No unfinished business. We'll move then to new business. Do we have any new business?
Well, I'd like to just congratulate Michael Budden and Samantha Walsh. They're going to travel to Berlin for the World Games in 12 days. And they're with their Special Olympians, so congrats to them.
Excellent.
I
We
have
wish them well.
one, Brenda Dennis. She was nominated Citizen of the Year last night. So we'd like to congratulate her on that.
So she was
Citizen of the
awarded
Year.
citizen.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well,
And well deserved. Brenda Dennis does a lot for us.
congratulations to Brenda. One of my old students. It's good to hear. And
Deputy Mayor, if I could probably just give an update on a couple of the major files that are happening in Stephenville, in the town of Stephenville, the region. First of all, I'd just like to congratulate the World Energy and Horizon Maritime for the acquisition of the Port of Stephenville. That's a very significant investment in our community and region. It's going to play a critical role in the development of the world energy green hydrogen project for the Stephenville Bay St. George Port-au-Port region. It's of world scale. It's in at $12 billion for the investment that's happening in Stephenville. But when we have provincial government and federal government that are attending events in Seoul, Korea, Hamburg, Germany, Rotterdam, MOUs are being signed, and it's about what's happening in our region. These major investments will actually play a critical role for the families, for the growth of our economics. There's no doubt the Port of Stephenville is a very significant port. It was built by the Corps of Engineers, but I anticipate that with this investment and this project, we're going to see major investments coming, as this port and ports like Hamburg will have to be upgraded for offloading and onloading of ammonia. So that's a big day for Stephenville. It's companies with capital and their ability to create jobs and increase infrastructure. It's coming on the heels of Carl Diamond and the NL partnership that have transferred the funds for the purchase of the Stephenville Airport. That's another big deal for Stephenville. No doubt the airport has suffered with investment from the town of Stephenville and its residents to support that airport to continue its operations over the last 30 years. And we haven't had a lot of air service, but with World Energy, with the Diamond Group, with all the investment coming, I feel that the airport has never been in a better position than it is now. One of the last things I want to mention is that we had a great group of intellect engineers in Stephenville that was hosted by the College of North Atlantic. It was the Canadian Association of Motor Power Educators, referred to as CAMPE. They were here on the 16th and 17th of May. And from what I understand from feedback, all accounts, it was a very successful meeting. It was high-level educators right across the country. And our economic development officer manager, Mike Ratter, played a critical role during that weekend in presenting the activities that are happening in Stephenville and forecast to happen. So I want to thank Mike for that. I had an opportunity myself to speak up at the Center for Heavy Equipment and Transportation Technology. It's the College of North Atlantic's flagship facility in Stephenville, Newfoundland. And from what I understand from Campy and the delegation that was here, is that at a previous meeting, before our new facility was built, it was mentioned about funding programs that were available to have something like a motive center of excellence started in Stephenville. So it just goes to show how important these annual general meetings and these associations can be. And it's a new energy, not energy sector, but a new transportation sector that it's revolutionizing the way logistics and transportation is happening around the planet. So it's nice that we had the academia of those colleges from Vancouver right to St. John's. So I want to thank Mike and congratulations to the College of North Atlantic.
Good.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Rose. And I guess we should note too that they might have come here as Canadians from all parts of the country, but they left here as Newfoundlanders, honorary though that may be, and that was thanks to Councillor Boland. I think, didn't you go down and screech them in? Yeah, so
How many?
now the Canadian Association of Motive Power Educators could be called the Newfoundland Association, really, thanks to Councillor Boland, but we'll let them keep their Canadian status. Is there any other new business?
Yeah, I think I should probably mention this. Dr. Alan Makovsky has been here forever and a day, over 30 years. He's resigned his position as Chief of Staff as of May 31st.
Oh, wow.
And he will continue with his clinic. He's had that post, I guess, for, well, I say about 30 years. He's had the Chief of Staff job. And well, he delivered my grandson 28 years ago, so so that'll tell you how long he's been here. Well, he started out in Lowards first. And I on behalf of myself and the council, I'd like to thank him for his service that he gave while he was in that post. Who's going to be taken over is a big question mark right now because of the provincial health authority. I don't know what that's going to be. So I'm going to have more information as time goes on. And but you know, it's worth mentioning that he's given a lot to this community. So and the other thing is that they are Western Health is Western Zone, they're called now. They are renovating the houses that are here, that where the doctors that come on locums and the medical students come here and live in those houses, and they're just not really livable. And that's a real deterrent for the medical students, the young students that come here. So it's good for me to report that I've checked and they are in the process. They've already started. I think they've got about 4 done already. And they're up, you know, I mean, it needed a real overhaul from the cabinets down to the flooring to it was really needed, bathrooms and stuff like that. So nice to hear that they're getting these things done, no? So
Absolutely.
I certainly applaud them for that too, yeah. So we'll just keep our ears to the ground. There's nothing new as far as new doctors or anything like that as of yet. But now I did find out too that the restrictions that the medical board put on the doctors coming into the country, even the Atlantic provinces are going through the same thing. They're really they're strict rules, and Ontario and these places don't have these strict rules in place. Now, you know, you got to make sure that they're well qualified, they got their papers, all this kind of stuff. But they went a little bit too far, and I think they realize it now, and they're working on trying to do something with that. So that might help with the recruitment of the doctors coming in. Hopefully it will.
Good news.
And also, I think a little while back when they announced the amalgamation into one board, there was some controversy with Grand Falls and Gander around loss of obstetric services. And both communities kind of fought loudly and said that they needed the service, and government backed down on that and now are allowing both to maintain those services. And I think in doing that, government has set a precedent that we should probably work with, in that we as a community are no different in circumstance with Corner Brook than Grand Falls is to Gander. We provide service to people all out around the peninsula and so on. So I think it would be well worth somebody reminding our government that our circumstance is no different, except it's probably different in that we are poised for growth. We've got some new industry starting to happen here, and we need all of the services that we once had. And so I would like to see us at least address that with the health minister as a council, but also recommend that somebody talk to the new board about that as well.
You're right, that's a good idea for me, you know, to talk to the board. When the mayor gets back, probably we can set up a meeting with the powers that be, because as we speak, we do have a local girl from here who will be qualified as an obstetrician gynecologist in 2025.
Yeah.
And she's looking to come here.
Yeah.
And her husband's from St. George's, so they're both looking to come back here. So,
Yeah.
you know.
And if they need a community to be really loud,
Yeah.
that's not an issue either.
No,
We
that's,
teach that.
no, we did that before. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, any other new business? I'd like to just mention, I guess, and I'm sure you've probably all heard, but Nicole Kiley, who's the deputy mayor in Mount Pearl, was involved in a very serious accident recently at a pharmacy when a vehicle lost control and ran into the building. I understand she's in very critical condition, serious condition, and there's been a real outpouring of support for her. So I think on behalf of our council, I just want to send our best wishes to Nicole and her family for I know it won't be a speedy recovery, but a good recovery, and to let her know that our thoughts are with her and with her council as they move forward. So just wanted to bring that forward.
Yeah, that's right. I just noticed it on Facebook the other day.
Yes.
I wasn't aware that she had been hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think that we should pick up a card and sign it and send it down as well?
I'm sure it would be that would be a nice gesture. Yeah,
Okay.
that's And I know they've set up a GoFundMe page, not the council obviously, but people who are close, because they anticipate a fairly lengthy recovery, right? So, and that's all I know in terms of the condition, but I know it was very serious, so. Okay, any notice of motion? No, nobody had moved, no, and we're late. Okay, well, I'll ask for someone to move for adjournment. Moved by Councillor Aylward, seconded by Councillor Boland. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Motion carried. I think we